I've done a lot of videos about how instantaneous grounding can help with acute issues, instantly helping with decreasing pain levels, for example, or instantly helping to boost mood or boost energy or help with immediate skin repair and wound recovery or muscle inflammation and damage. So after a traumatic incident, you can heal faster, and how it supports your central nervous system and your autonomic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system, and how it supports organ function quickly and immediately, sometimes instantaneously and sometimes just overnight. But grounding really has even richer application in chronic health issues, because the effects of grounding and the benefit to your body are cumulative over time. And that's something that I don't feel we've addressed adequately yet. So I want to tell you exactly how grounding over time can help support health issues that you may have not had any adequate support for at all. So this is specifically to address individuals who have chronic issues and disabilities where physicians have told you it's not likely to improve. There's nothing else we can do. You're very, very stable. There's probably not a lot of room for healing. You've healed as far as you can heal. That's not true if you have not been grounded and used grounding as part of your healing therapy. And I'll tell you why. Grounding supports your body in a whole different way. So with grounding, we're bypassing digestion. It doesn't matter about the health of your gut. We're also bypassing circulation. It doesn't matter if you have good ideal blood flow in the area that you want improvement. In fact, in areas that are scarred and old traumas and old wounds and maybe old surgeries, you could have an area of your body that you need healing in that's covered with adhesions and completely scarred down and hasn't had good blood flow and good support for maybe your entire life. Enter grounding. Grounding doesn't depend on the circulatory system. It doesn't depend on your digestive tract. It doesn't depend on the health of the tissue that you're trying to help support. That's what other healing modalities do, and that's why often they fail, because they depend on the health of the area that is actually not healthy in order to heal. It's depending on the circulation to the area that's not working well, or it's depending on, your ability to provide nutrition or medication or oxygen to the area that's actually damaged. And so there's a compromise there. There's a mismatch. You're trying to heal an area that is not healing. And in chronic disease, that's where you hit a wall and you get to a certain level of healing and a certain level of recovery and repair, and you're told that's it. Not so with grounding, because with grounding, that is actually an advantage, because the connective tissue, even the scar tissue, even the adhesions, even even if it was a walled off abscess or very, very, very old scar tissue that's just dense, that's conductive. The only thing that grounding depends on is the conductivity of your body, and every cell in your body is conductive. Every cell, even scar tissue, every cell. So if your body is grounded, one little cell in your entire body is grounded, your entire body is instantaneously grounded, because that entire cell is grounded. The gel inside, the cytoplasm inside, is all electrically conductive. The cytoplasm of each cell, so basically the mini skeleton that holds the structure of the cell in place, that's all like having little conductive fibers going through every single cell in your body and connecting and interconnecting every single one of them. And then the fluid around that, and then the organ systems themselves, and even what they're encased in that hold it together, and the entire structure of your body, the basis of our entire body, our skeleton, our joints, our connective tissue that holds us together, our skin, our muscles, our blood, everything is conductive, all the way down to one little tiny cell, all the way down to whatever it is that you're trying to heal. Your one nerve in particular, one joint in particular, one smooth muscle, or one area of inflammation or scar tissue or something old that you're trying to heal that didn't have the benefit of good circulation, that didn't have the benefit of being able to tolerate a certain medication or being healthy enough to get a certain operation that you might benefit from. If you don't have that, when you have chronic illnesses or very severe disabilities, and you're not able to, there's only a certain way you can go. There's only a certain distance you can make in your healing before you plateau. Grounding can surmount that, because every cell in your body is conductive. So areas that have not had a new healing modality or a new energy flow or a new way to be supported, maybe ever, are finally supported. Areas of your body that you thought had hit a plateau with healing can get a new entire delivery system of support and healing and health. And if you want specifics on, going organ system by organ system through the medical literature on exactly what grounding does, from increasing blood flow to decreasing how your red blood cells stick together, to decreasing pain, to decreasing muscle tension, to decreasing blood inflammatory markers, to supporting healthy brainwave patterns, to supporting deeper sleep, to supporting your hormones, to supporting thyroid, to stabilizing blood sugar, on and on and on and on. I have a video that you can click the link below where I walk you through the past 20 years of medical literature showing that grounding the body, docking the body with the earth, is putting it literally in a healing bath. You're covered in a healing zone, an electrically conductive healing zone where you are cocooned in health and support. And it's instantaneous effects, which is what you hear most often about with grounding, but it's cumulative effects too. And old traumatic areas of your body that haven't been addressed in a long time, or haven't had new energy flow or new healing, can begin to heal in an entirely different way. So let me give you an example. 30 years ago, Dave Olerud was building a house and working in construction, and it collapsed and he was crushed. And his spinal cord was damaged, and he has been paraplegic ever since. So we're talking about a issue that's 3 decades old now. And he hasn't been out of his wheelchair, and his quality of life has taken some compromise. His autonomic nervous system isn't functioning like it used to. He's lost some bowel motility, has problems with eliminating, and decreased sensory and motor function as well. Okay, so this is a very, very old issue where he was told there was no hope for improvement. It wasn't going to get any better. And in fact, as a result of the stress on his body, he developed a heart murmur and was told he wasn't even healthy enough to have that addressed. He wasn't healthy enough for surgery. He began grounding just using a body band, which is a little tiny, just like a patch, and a little electrode put on the body. And he put that on his body and he started grounding, and he started noticing sensory changes, more muscular strength, to the point where, and this is documented in the healing documentary, The Grounded, he was able to actually get out of his wheelchair for the first time in 30 years and had enough muscle strength that he was able to walk across a room. And then over time, he continued to improve to the point where he was able to have his aorta repaired and have that cardiac surgery that he wasn't healthy enough to have before. And he's continued to have repair. In fact, one of the things that he's most grateful for is that his gut motility and his ability to eliminate has become a lot easier, and he no longer needs at times assistance to do so. And so that has been a huge change in his quality of life. More important than walking across a room is just quality of daily life with things such as, having a bowel movement with less effort, being able to feel movement and sensation that you haven't been able to have strength for or have sensory input from in a long time. He was told there is no improvement. He's gotten to where he is, and he's not going to change. And then he began grounding. And to quote him directly, he said, "I was told I'm not supposed to have a better tomorrow, but I do have a better tomorrow." And he attributes that to grounding, because there was no other difference in his healing therapy, because he was told, you're at maximum. This is who you are. This is your new normal. And yet he's continued to see improvement and improvement and improvement. And this is in chronic old issues. And so that is one way to illustrate how grounding can breathe new life into old situations that you didn't feel were possible to modify. The very scar tissue, or the very decrease in circulation, or the very impasse that your body has is an avenue for healing when it's grounding, because that entire pathway is groundable and conductive, and therefore can become the conduit of healing in and of itself. So areas of your body that haven't been supported in a long time are finally supported. You can find out more about Dave's story specifically in the 2 films that he appeared in, which are The Grounded and Heal for Free, both available on my website, as well as patches and different mats and grounding tools, same ones that are used in the medical studies that I referenced today, all available at my website at www.intuition-physician.com, and a lot of other free resources available there as well, including videos on grounding, tons and tons of free healing articles about grounding on my blog, and more resources like online classes and other fun holistic healing tools to really help you know that there is always room for healing. There's always room for new levels of well-being. I'd love you to join me. I hope to see you over at my website, and I hope you will introduce the practice of grounding into your own life. Thank you so much.
But under my condition as a paraplegic, grounding has been, to the best of my knowledge, and I've lived it, a godsend.